No, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Perfect.
Welcome, Sam. Morning, everybody. Welcome to Groundhog Day 2025. When I woke up this morning on a Sunday in my warm bed and saw the temperature was -20, I questioned how many people we were going to get out today. You're all a little insane. For those on Facebook Live, there has to be 150 people here, maybe 100. Anyway, this is the biggest crowd we've had in a while. Yeah, and I think that's, well done. I thought Sunday morning might have been a deterrent, but it appears, in fact, it was the opposite. So, yeah, welcome everybody. We're here in Shubenacadie, Nova Scotia, on the banks of the Shubenacadie River, like I say, for Groundhog Day 2025. It's a beautiful sunny day. I don't want to sort of guess what is going to happen today, but there's not a cloud in the sky. Yeah. Anyway, I'll pass the mic over to Minister Rushton to say a quick welcome, and then we'll start with the formalities.
Thank you very much, and nice to see you here this morning. So welcome. I won't take too long, but this is something I do every year, and where we actually have some sunny weather for the first time since I've been minister. But I want to do this with the kids. I do it every year, and if you're here, you know what I'm going to ask. Predictions of what Sam's going to see. Who says Sam's going to see a shadow and we have 6 more weeks of winter? Put your hand up. Let's hear ya. Woohoo! Who doesn't want to see Sam? Who's predicting no shadow and spring's just around the corner? Oh, we might have a tie in it. Yeah, it seems pretty close. So welcome and thank you everyone for coming. This is the biggest crowd we've had in quite a long time. So let's not hold the secret too much longer.
So yeah, so for those, I often get things in my head and I have a tough time keeping them straight, and so it's hard to remember if they see the shadow, what does that mean? So in my head I keep running, if Sam comes out, sees their shadow, gets scared, goes back inside and goes back to sleep for 6 weeks. That's how to think about it. If it doesn't see its shadow, they're thinking fantastic, early spring. Now, some might question the scientific validity of this particular exercise, but I want to point out that Environment and Climate Change Canada back in December put out a prediction on what this winter was going to look like. And they suggested that it was going to be close to or above normal temperatures. So, given the last week we've had, the scientists might not have gotten it right either. So we've been doing this since, I think, 1987. We don't have a full record of all the predictions, but we do have the last 26 years anyway. And 11 times Sam has seen their shadow, and 15 times not. So, pretty close to 50-50. Again, if you ask those who pay attention to how well Sam does, sometimes Sam doesn't get it right, but that's because the weather doesn't cooperate. Anyhow, there's all kinds of neat things about groundhogs. We have some in the park. When you first walk in, you've probably never actually ever seen them before because they're in the ground. They hibernate. True hibernators, they go down to a body temperature of 3 degrees Celsius. A bear, which we think about as hibernating, will actually wander about on a warm day. So if you're in the park after today, after this event today, you may in fact see a bear. It's -20, probably not. But on a warm day, a bear will come out, but not a groundhog. They are truly hibernating. The other thing about February 2nd is we always share Groundhog Day with World Wetland Day. So if you're in the park today, there's some activities happening related to that. We have a partnership with Ducks Unlimited. We have a wetland center that we cooperate with Ducks Unlimited. So in conjunction with them, today there'll be a few activities. There's some face painting. We have 2 new bullfrogs, and so there's a contest to name the bullfrogs. I've already named one of them Ground Frog. I challenge anyone to beat that name, but there is a box down there where you can put names in to help us name our 2 new bullfrogs. Also at 1 o'clock today in the Wetland Center, there'll be an it's quoted as an interpretive turtle feeding. I think what that means is that they'll be feeding the turtles and there'll be someone there to talk to you about the ecology and the turtles. At 2 o'clock, if you're still here, that means you've got to be here for 7 more hours for those of you who are currently here in the cold. But at 2 o'clock they'll be feeding the otters, which is always sort of fun to watch. And same thing, there'll be someone there to talk to you about the otters. Anyway, so I think it's about time for us to, yeah, you've been all standing here long enough in the freezing cold to sort of see what happens with Sam, who is our groundhog, or I always go through all the names, or land beaver, or mouse bear, or woodchuck, or marmot. They have more nicknames than any animal I think we have in the park. Anyway, so without further ado, I think we should count down from 10. We'll open the door and see how quickly Shubenacadie Sam is to come outside and tell us what they see. We also did want to wait for the sun to get high enough up, so there was actually an opportunity for there to be a shadow, and I think we're there. All right, so let's begin. You ready, Sam? All right, let's start counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Uh-oh.
Well, not surprisingly, Sam seems to want to get back inside. I don't think that we can necessarily suggest they're not seeing their shadow because of the people standing in the way of the sun. So I think we're going to have to say that Sam saw their shadow.
More winter.
More winter. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a snow guy. I love the snow. So I'm all for more winter. Maybe not minus 22, but maybe minus 5.
It's like, let me in. Stop this.
One of the questions we get every year is about whether Shubenacadie Sam is male or female. And we always make it clear that Shubenacadie Sam is a whole line of groundhogs. Obviously, a groundhog does not live for 38 years. We often sometimes talk about them, being gender neutral, but let's be honest, this is a female. This is Shubenacadie Samantha.
We did it. God. That is hilarious.
Thanks, everybody.
Pick up my bag for me. Happy winter.
So those who are sticking around, the park is open at 8:30. You can go down to the Wetland Center to pay. Hopefully, you'll stick around and enjoy World Wetland Day.
Have a good one, Dad.